Hope you're all doing well today. In this video, we're going to be reviewing, unboxing, and installing the AimWin PN320 multi-reticle red dot. If you want to see more videos like this, please like, subscribe, comment, and share to help support the channel. The manual here comes with a nice flathead and Torx key tool, also a small Allen key, 2 sets of screws to mount the optic. They do come with Loctite, a CR1632 lithium battery that we'll install, and a big lens cloth. Here we have the optic itself. It has a side loading tray for the battery, the windage, and the elevation dial. Then you have your increase and decrease for the brightness settings. It has an angular design up top. The glass itself also is angled back. It's more recessed up top from the glass, so you will be able to rack it off the optic if you'd like. This is an open emitter design with the emitter back here shining towards the front. Have a pretty decent square sized window. It's not too big in width, so it's gonna match your full thickness size handguns well. For the multi-reticle options, we have the red dot only, the red dot and the circle, and then the circle. This is a 2 MOA dot and a 32 MOA circle. Everything here is coming in at $200 and you can buy it on Amazon. 11 brightness settings with 9 daytime and 2 night vision. Powered from a CR1632 lithium battery. Lithium's gonna help make the battery last longer. Then it has a max runtime of 10,000 hours. That does seem kind of low compared to other options on the market. I'm guessing that's for the circle dot combination. If you're just using the dot, I would imagine you're going to get more runtime. Now, 10,000 hours is a year, so that's still plenty sufficient. And it also utilizes a motion sensor, which is similar to the shake awake feature. Anytime it's not moving for 5 minutes, it's gonna shut it off. And this optic does take the RMR footprint. Also, if your battery gets low, the reticle is going to flash slowly. That just means that you should change it out as soon as possible. You have your brightness settings, which is pretty similar, and it does come zeroed from the factory at 100 yards. You have a warranty of 5 years for personal use and 2 years for professional use. So far, it looks pretty nice. It does have a very slight blue tint to the glass, not as drastic as other optics. We also do have a sealed bottom for the electronics. Now we'll install the battery with this Allen key. You're just going to turn these counterclockwise. There is a little notch here to be able to pull out, and it already does have a battery installed, the plus facing up. We'll go ahead and slide that back in, drop the 2 screws back in the holes, and then turn it clockwise. The red dot, it's a nice crisp red dot. Pretty big window. I do like the shape of the window. And to change the reticle, we're just gonna long press up on the increase. Here we have the circle dot. You can see the clear parts in the center. It's not blurred out in the center, and you can see those clear spaces. And then I'll hold again to switch to the circle. Pretty clear again. You can see the nice clear center. It's a lot more clear in person. I personally prefer the single dot for precision. Go ahead and switch back to the single dot, and we're gonna turn this up all the way to see how bright it gets. So that's the max brightness. That is plenty bright. Definitely going to be able to see this out in the daytime. And then we'll go ahead and turn it down pretty low. Hold the decrease to turn it off, and it dimmed out right there. I do think this is pretty good for the price. Based on the price point, I would personally put this in the range category, or just a gun you want to throw on. You could use it for competition because of the bigger window. This is for sure better than nothing, and in my opinion, this is better than having just iron sights. Now we'll go ahead and get into the installation. I did have a Ford Controls adapter plate already installed, which is the best adapter plate on the market. And this would not fit on it, even with some light tapping from a hammer, because on the Ford Controls, there are some borders right here on the front and the back, and it was hitting on the back and a little bit on the front as well. So I'm a little bit disappointed there, because those are the best adapter plates you can buy, and this optic did not work for it. So if companies have tight tolerances with their optic, or based on the dimensions of it, they should make their own adapter plate and send it with the optic. So I'm having to use this adapter plate, the same RMR footprint. Go ahead and place this on there. You'll torque the screws for the adapter plate to 12 to 13 inch pounds. Go ahead and take some blue thread locker, just put a dab on these screws. Go ahead and drop it in. Then I'm just gonna do hand tight for the time being. Pretty much I'm screwing these in there, but I'm not going to strip the screws out or damage the slide. So when the screws stop moving on their own, that will be when I stop. Right there, they stopped on their own, but that's with no force. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of pressure. Right there is good. And right there is good as well. They kind of stopped or bottomed out with a little bit of force, so that's good. Just make sure it's not lifting up. It is still flush. We'll go ahead and put our Optic on. Right there you can see with those borders from the other adapter plate, it wouldn't work. This does move forward to backward a little bit, which I don't like as well, because this means that all the stress is going to go right into the screws instead of the posts that are up front. These longer screws are going to be way too long. As you can see, it's already sticking up like a 1/4 inch, which is way more than what we have on the adapter plate. Go ahead and pull out 2 of the shorter ones here. Go ahead and drop those in. You can see that's just about the right thread length that we need. You just want to make sure you're not cross-threading these, that they're not going in at an angle. When I'm tightening this down, I want to put just enough pressure. I'm going to go back and forth on these. Make sure I'm not lifting up in the back, which I'm not. I'm just going to add a little bit of force to this. That screw pretty much stopped. That's all the force I want to give it. And then I'll go back over here. That screw stopped as well. So we're still not lifting up in the back, which is good. Nothing over here. And that's what I mean by hand tight. You're giving it a little bit of force, but not enough to damage it or strip out the screws, or where you have your adapter plate lifting up. This is what it looks like. It does have a unique design to it where that is curved up. Here we have it from the top, so you can put your hand there and kind of push on it. You might get a little bit of a smudge. We have just the dot there, a nice clear crisp dot. Usually when they're doing the multi-reticle and they have the circle, they have to take the dot down in size down to like a 2 or a 1 so it can fit inside the circle itself. But when you have an Optic that just has the dot, it's usually around 3 MOA, which is kind of what I prefer, but this is fine as well. Just the lower you go, kind of gets more into that competition range, but that's what they have to do. AimWin did send this out to me for free. I did have to use my own adapter plate. This is an honest channel and an honest review regardless if I buy it for my own money or a company sends it to me for free. Overall, I think it's a pretty decent Optic for the price point. The one thing I didn't like about it was it not being able to fit my favorite adapter plate. If you want to see more videos like this, please like, subscribe, comment, and share to help support the channel. Thank you for watching.